Time to play the game!
Certain things in life that you can stop, and there's certain things in life that can't be stopped. Let's go.
Welcome to our world. Turn your CDs up.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. We started filming. What? Can you hear me, John? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Nobody can hear you. Put the volume up. Let me just crank him up.
Whoop whoop.
There
it's
he
the
is.
Sound of the police.
Whoop whoop. Yo.
That's the sound of the police.
It's the sound of the police. Yo, yo, yo. It is the Delinquent Show. I don't know what happened there, but I think we came on before we was meant to come on. That's why you know it's live. What's happening, JP?
All good. As the old saying goes, everything is going silky smooth.
And every dog has its day. Correct? Yes.
Yes, every dog has its day.
Well,
especially when they get the ball.
Exactly. Well, lad, good show last week. What's our numbers from last week? Did we have a lot of people interested?
Yeah, it flew out early doors again. Like 180 in the first 48 hours.
I know you
whacking it out.
I know you put it out early for one of our very top fans, just so she could listen to it on her way to work.
Well, that fan has to stay anonymous for the simple fact she is now part of the Rebel Nation, which you'll learn more about later on in the show.
Ooh. Was that another Cobra meeting I didn't know about? But I did.
No, that was just a normal meeting you never turned up at.
Again?
Yeah.
So we got a Rebel Nation now. Woohoo! The Rebel Nation. Right.
Someone was talking to me today about you.
About me?
Yeah, I was meant to put that in the thingy in the notes, but I've not. He said, do us a favour, say this to Saint when you get on the show. Where is it? It says, how many wrinkles does an arsehole have?
Don't know. I ain't got none.
Smile, and I'll start counting.
Who gave you that? Does this beautiful body look like it's got wrinkles, son?
Oh, God, you walked right into that one. Straight out the door, lad.
But look, everybody can see there's no wrinkles on this. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's how it goes, lad. Black don't crack, does it?
No. You ain't cracking at all, lad. There's a few on that little fat face of yours, though, isn't there?
Listen, I'm getting ready for December. I'm earning a killing this December.
Oh, right. Let's stop messing around. The inbox is being a bit feisty this week.
Not so bad. I'm just going to come out and say it straight away. Anybody who emails or inboxes us regarding the 23rd of August episode, you ain't getting nothing.
Not a dime. We gave you a little bit.
Can't believe we actually name a date. We're going to share to the world our news. And the inbox just goes off the chart.
Well,
just because of one post, I just can't get it.
Can't get it. Well, if you want it to get it if you want to get it the show earlier, let's hit the 500 subscribers, mate. All you got to do is tell a friend. Bang. And we don't even need 500. We only need 250 now.
Actually, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Let's put this out to the people. How many people in our show
know somebody
and have teammates that are not subscribing? Right? Now, we know a lot of you. either don't want to subscribe so your name doesn't show up, so they know you're involved with us or whatever, like the people who write in anonymous. Just make a bullshit name up on your YouTube so no one knows it's you.
Well, nobody can
But
see it anyway.
subscribe. If we get to 500 before the 23rd,
It's all coming out. We'll put the show out.
I'll put it out.
No
That's
problem.
the challenge. You want to see it earlier, folks? Get us to 500 subscribers.
Yep. Tell a friend, because we know we have at least 300 or 400 viewers. The problem is not all of you are subscribing. So if you want to know what's on this 23rd, press the button.
Yep.
The quicker we get there, we'll put the show out early. We got most of it ready. It's up to you.
Let's tell them why. The reason we need to get to 500 is once you get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, you can film live. And we want to film live with the extra features. Because
sure.
we could be in Paris.
The delinquents could be in Paris.
Just saying.
Take that in.
Take it in.
Take that in.
Well, yeah, go on then. Enough of that.
Enough of that. Coming up today, we have, boom, Coach's Corner. Boom, the under-23 Europeans. And we also have... Ding, 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 ding. JP's News Round. And plus, and this is my favourite sector of it, is the Paralympic draw that happened a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Now, brother, go for your shout-outs.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Me too. It's going to be exciting. So, go for your shout-outs. Shout-outs. Let yourself
Shout-outs.
out.
First one, my hero, the man, Van der Linden. You see the pictures he put on the other day? I think he had a family outing and they went somewhere. Oh, God. It was picturesque, to say the least. I don't know why. Some of the pictures I was looking at, I had that. The hills are alive
through the sound of music.
Oh, I tell you, it's like another world. But shout out to him, Van der Linden. Hero. Carlo Di Giusto enjoyed his mention for his birthday.
Hey, Carlo, don't worry about that, lad. All over this, lad. Keep up the good work that you're doing over there in old Rome. If you ever want us to come and do a show over in Rome, we're happy to do it.
Jason Kennedy was in touch the other night.
Bloody Kennedy. We can't get rid of Kennedy now, can we?
I tell you what, this is how serious this guy is. He was tanked up a tree on the Guinness and messaging. Tanked up a tree on the owl stuff. But
Hey,
yeah,
we could do one in Belfast. Hey, Johnny, wouldn't it be great to do it in Dublin at the Guinness factory with Kennedy?
Oh, God.
That'd be a great show in the Guinness factory with Kennedy. Kennedy, stay off the black stuff, lad. No, keep on drinking, lad.
Get on it, lad. Get on it. Also, ex-Meteors player, blast from the past, Darren Hanlon.
How you doing, Hanlon?
Seeing him today.
Yeah.
He's going to subscribe, get on board, so I'll give him a shout out. And the last one, bye.
Monsieur
Philippe, bye.
Felipe Bayoy.
I tell you, I love how he can't speak English, but he loves the show.
He can speak English. He definitely can speak some sort of English. Yo, Filippo, how you doing? Right.
His English will be like Del Boy's French.
Yeah,
I'll guarantee it.
Yeah. Go. Give me a Del Boy's French, lad.
Mange to eat.
Much to eat. Oh, let's go to this week's birthdays. We've got to have a jingle for the birthdays.
Yeah, I'm going to have a
jingle.
I'll get a little... Can you hear it there in the background? Bit of a Stevie Wonder.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, no.
Smokey himself.
It's only Smokey. Puff, puff, give, Smokey. Puff, puff, give. Listen, not too much of that. We're still waiting for our invite to do the show at your place. Because you know your place is now the basketball mecca, Smokey. Gibbo.
Jack
Smokey.
Gibbs, aka Gibbo. Birthday this week. Bernard Fox. Birthday this week. All the best, mate. Scott Robinson. Saint. Our mate, our Paralympic table tennis player.
I miss him.
Scott.
You know what?
Yeah, I miss him.
I'm telling you, lad. You got to get him on the show. He'll be comedy gold, old Scott.
Yeah, he will. He will.
He just looks
He's
like
having
your
his
twin
birthday
brother,
this
doesn't he?
week.
He just looks like your twin brother.
He started when I did over in Widnes.
Well, I didn't know who was who. The only difference was he had a bat in his hand.
Yeah, on the tennis court.
Yes, Scotty, how you doing, lad?
Yeah, then Fiona Christie. She's got a birthday this week.
Happy birthday, Fiona. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, Fiona's close with the group. She sent lots of pictures in the early days of the old GB women's and stuff. So happy birthday, Fiona. Binksy. It's Binksy's birthday this week.
The round mound would rebound. The Binks.
Yeah. Binksy. Old physio of GB men. Sarah Blackhurst.
Hello, Sarah. Hope the kids are well. Happy birthday.
And finally, what a birthday shout this is. Feliz cumpleaños, Diego Di Paz. Malito.
That's
My mate Diego Di Paz. His birthday this week.
And that's the only Spanish he learnt while he was over there, isn't it?
Odio.
Cabron.
I can speak Spanish, lad. I'm all over it. ¿Qué
Yeah.
quieres? Vamos. ¿Qué quieres? Ahora. Vamos. I might apply to coach as Spanish women.
Vamos. That's all you'd be saying.
I won't. My Spanish is bang on for coaching. I'm telling you now. Do you want a sample?
Go on.
Watch this.
I'm ready.
I'm going to say now in Spanish, you've got to push the fast break. Come on. You ready?
Yeah.
You have to push the fast break. Come on. Vamos.
Oh, God. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Happy birthday this week, Diego. Good to see you. Now, we got the main event. The European under-23s. There's been a lot of posts going out with them about some good things and stuff, which is good to see. What do you mean,
Did you get the schedule?
I've got it right here.
Right. I must have put something in late.
What have you got in late?
There's a shout out that I've got to mention. It's to one of our furry friends.
Furry friends?
Yeah. Have a look at this picture on the screen. This is one of our furry friends. Believe me when I say this cat does not belong to a villain from James Bond. It belongs to one of our top fans. Tiggy, hope you're enjoying the show. Tiggy the cat.
Listen, lad. We've
had Colin. We've covered the dogs. Now we've got to cover the... You know, Pussy is always good on the show.
Oh, it's always good. Always.
I know. Pussy's always good.
It's always good to have pussy galore. Always good. Listen, stop changing stuff up. You're making me look bad. So from now on, you're going to run through what the schedule is. So go.
So now we're up to the under-23s men's.
Okay, go ahead.
So as you know, it starts on... What are we today? It starts on Monday. Opening game. GB, Poland. What's your thoughts, Saint?
So, they play Poland the first game. It's really difficult to actually see because you don't know what either of the teams are like. They're not played any games. I hope GB can take it, but you know, the Poles always have a machine who can just score for fun. So it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see the new coaches that are in there because they're new to this international game and see what they are. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's good. I'm interested to see how GB shape up. You know, I've been in this position. I was in the GB juniors in the Worlds, and I know how we prepared. I'm talking, 27 years ago. Obviously, the game's evolved, and it'll be interesting to see how they look at the start of a Europeans. Against Poland, yeah, unknown quantity. I think the main ones looking into it deeper will be Spain, Germany, and Turkey. But even Israel's going to be an interesting read.
Yeah, the thing is with Poland, John, you know what Poland are like. They'll find somebody who's just can shoot the lights out. They always have them. They'll always
Yeah.
have two big guys who can really play. So it'll be an interesting combination to see what will happen. I'm looking forward to watching it.
But we did mention the other week on the show about teams not in it like Netherlands and France. And obviously we're down to 7 teams in this one because Portugal withdrew. I mean, how good is it to see Israel back on the map?
Yeah, it's good with what all they're going through for actually them to go to a tournament. Hold your hands up to Israel. Forget all the politics, because politics and sport don't mix.
Yeah.
But for them to get there, it's just unbelievable. It's probably the last thing you want to do, thinking about basketball at a time like what they're going through and what's going on in that part of the world.
But then day 2 of the Europeans, GB Spain, that's probably the best group match I'm going to look forward to. GB Spain.
Yeah, that'll be a good match. Like, you just want to, like for me, I just want to get see all of the teams, and then you can take a read on what's going to happen or who's good and what's good. So it'd be an interesting tournament because
today,
does it say how many qualifiers that qualify from Europe for the Worlds?
No, it doesn't. No, there's not much detail on it. It's a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out.
But
I'll
surely,
find out
before you go into the tournament,
yeah,
you got to know.
Well, the only announcement they made up on the group page was this is a qualifying tournament for the Worlds. Like we said, must have been a reminder.
But it should tell you what spots you got. Obviously, we know the top spot goes. Does it go down to the semi-finalist or what? For the World Championships, that's something we need to look at. See if we can get some information on that.
But looking at GB's games, they're all morning. They're literally every morning.
Which is a bonus. Get it out of the way, and we can get to look at it.
Hang on, I'm up to. Yeah, they have a game every morning. They don't have. The only time they have a game in the afternoon is day 1, when they're playing Poland in the morning, and 3 o'clock they're against Germany, day 1. Apart from that, everything's before 12 o'clock. So that's some nice mornings to look forward to next week.
Yeah, that's good. And the thing is, though, because they're playing 2 games a day, I think you're going to find is who's got the stamina to last a week.
No, they're not playing 2 games a day. It's only that first day they're playing 2 games.
Yeah, but it's still tough, isn't it? If you're not used to that. And if you're not trained well, you're still used to that. It's different, you go training, rest, rest. Playing matches, you got to get yourself up for the match, then down, and then back up again. So it'd be interesting to see the day 1 and see where we get to.
I think it's going to be more interesting for the coaching team, because unless they've done homework on all these nations that are going, don't forget, this is not senior men, we're talking under 23s. It's an unknown quantity for me. But how do you prepare for a game? How do you know you're going to press? Well, I'll tell you how. Between each game, you're going to have to go and film, or you're going to have to send a scout.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
then you're putting your faith in your staff. Are they going to scout the game properly?
Yeah, for sure. Well, me, especially like tournaments like that, yeah, I film, but I just like to be there. You know what I mean? To see.
Yeah. But
hold on, breaking news, lad. Look, I've just got some breaking news.
Oh, I'm on it here.
No, you're not.
You got?
I've got.
I am.
George, who's Sophie's boyfriend, has got an interview at McDonald's on Thursday the 27th. Breaking news.
Can't go to Alton Towers on that day.
So now we can't go to Alton
we can go
Towers
on
on that
Monday.
day. Unbelievable, isn't it? He's
I've
fought
got
my
breaking
trip.
news as well.
Can we go on Monday?
Well, I don't know yet. Do you know I am filming my show?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just.
So go away. Do you want to come and say hello? This is the famous Sophie. Come on, come on. Watch out for Broadway. I know.
First guest on the show.
First guest on the show. This is Sophie.
Am I actually your first guest on the show?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're famous because you just done a great show of Beautiful, which I thought it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. She may sing for us one day.
Maybe.
Not quite now. When she's famous. Right, bugger off.
Thank you.
And in other news.
In other news.
Next up, this is my wife.
Oh, that's never going to happen, is it, lad?
That ain't happening.
That's never going to happen.
Mind you, Georgia's just equalised against Turkey.
Oh. We'll get to that later on.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think there's much more we can say about the under 23s until we get a good look.
Well, the
at
only
them.
thing I was gonna say about it was I saw on Thingy today, Facebook, the Germans put their squad of 12 up that's going and listed which teams they play at, and I was surprised not one of the German players play for the big clubs.
Yeah,
There's
do you
no
know why?
football player. There's no.
Do you know why? Because
Why?
most of those may be second teams for that team. And you'll find, after the Europeans, if some of those go through, you watch where they change to. Because it's like they're feeder clubs, if you know what I mean, in the lower division.
All right, yeah.
Because the first division in Germany is what it's all about. The other divisions, the second, is like regions. So they're like feeder clubs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you'll find a few of those kids might go to Thuringham or they might go to Landale. Good system. It's a good system. Interesting. And they have a good program. You know, great coaches. I know the coach is there, Peter, who's head, and I know Gu, who's head of there. And they've been running that under 22 programs for beyond a day. And he also runs the coaching program in Germany as well. So they'll definitely be well coached. I think they're one of the teams to watch. So it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to the first game, Poland, to see what Poland have got. But I think Germany, just because they're tactically going to be very good and very sound, let's see how our boys can go with them.
Well, someone asked me, inboxed me the other night, are you going to be critical on the show regarding the juniors?
Well, yeah.
I said, if it has to be critical, it'll be critical. If it has to be praised, it'll be praised.
Yeah, if they play well, if they don't play well, at the end of the day, you know, we can't just be positive. It's going to be the same at the Paralympics for both teams, or any team, to be fair. We're not partial to talk about any team on our show. We're worldwide. We just love the game. We're interested in the game, so if it needs to be, it will be.
Yep. Moving on, anyway. I'm looking forward to this one. I am so looking forward to this one. Coach's Corner.
Yeah.
Back. Now, this Coach's Corner this week is not about what we can show you, kind of clip or whatever, because it's more like a statistic or training thing that one of the people have asked. So I'll try and break it down, but let me know. Let me get it up. As they say, if you can't get it up, you can't get it in. So the inbox was sent by Graham Lambert. So Graham's message says this. Hi guys, I'm a bit of a stats nerd, and I'd be interested to know how you would use stats to measure improvement and even drive improvement in things like shot conversion. Hotspots are better for different players to shoot from, etc., particularly at grassroots and development level. So, it's a shooting question. So I'll open it up to you first, Saint.
Well, you don't. You don't use stats for shooting because that's in a game, you got too many variations with it. You know, it's the game, the time, different things. A hotspot is when you're at practice, you go to a spot and you just shoot from that spot. That's what a hotspot is. It's something that you can go to in your game. When you're struggling, you know what? I'm just going to go to the spot where I've been practicing.
Yeah.
That's like what a hotspot is. So you'd go and you may shoot 50, 60 shots from that hotspot. But the key to a hotspot is you don't just shoot and just sit there and come back. Shoot, sit there and come back. You may do 10 where you just sit still and shoot, but then you got to move, because don't forget, you're trying to get replica game time where you're tired.
That's the key. That's the key right there.
You know, where you're tired. A hotspot, if you can hit when you're tired, when you're fresh, you'd be okay. Like,
I think the way I'd assess it was a hotspot is somewhere at game speed, you're hitting 6 or 7 out of 10. Well, that'd be my theory on it. 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yep, so if you think about the game now, the low pointers, who are not shooting many shots, but they're making those screens and rolling to the basket. That's their hotspot. They should be able to, when they roll to the basket, bang, they're making that layup. 9 out of 10. But if you don't practice it, you ain't going to make it.
But I made some implants to show you some stuff as well. Cindy hasn't seen this, so he's talking blind on this, unfortunately, because I had to make it lastminute.com. But this first one is called, it's like a shooting session that I used to do on my own. So you start off, say you're in the gym for 20 minutes. You've just been shooting around, getting loose, getting your straps ready. Once you feel ready, you go into shooting sessions. So the first one is called a touch session. So as you can see, the 7 X's around the edge of the key. You start at 1 on the baseline. And you have to hit 2 in a row. NBN. NBN means nothing but net. So a swish. 2 swishes in a row, you can move to the next spot. And you go all the way around the key. And then you come all the way back. So that's 2 swishes each spot on the edge of the key. This is really close shooting, not outside shooting. You know, 1 key inside, 1 key out, one wheel inside, 1 wheel out.
It's about touch, isn't it, John? It's about touch. You're trying to get your touch.
This is about getting your touch. So then once you've done a touch session and you've gone all the way around the key from baseline to baseline and all the way back, 2 in a row, nothing but swish. Swish, swish, swish. That's all you're aiming for, swishes. 2 in a row. Once you've done that, you move on to your game shots. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You go baseline, 2 foot out further than the edge of the key. Same with the bank shot, same with the elbow, same with the top of the key, and the same down the other side. And you want 2 scores in a row. So your warm-up one is 2 swishes on the edge of the key. This one is just 2 makes in a row. And you're going all the way around. And you'll notice when you do this drill, you'll work out where your hot spots are in a game, because you'll get stuck on certain spots. I used to get stuck on the baselines a lot longer than I would on the bank shot. The bank shot was bread and butter.
No, I think with you, the bank shot was drilled into you. The bank shot. Now, if you want to go for probably one of the best baseline shooters, you're probably looking at Dan Johnson. He used to nail that from that baseline. If he got that shot from the baseline, that was money. Just count it.
Or Cheney. Or
Mark Cheney, just count it. The other person that when I started going up with training, was Phil Craven. When he used to just say, like layups. And I'm like, okay, what's so hard about a layup? He says, well, if you watch my layups, I just hit nothing but net. So he would go bang against the board, straight in. Do you know how difficult that is to do that? He used to do it like it was bread and butter. I tried it. Try it at home. Next time you go to a session, try making a layup. All it does is hit the backboard and swish.
And straight. Yeah.
And give us your comments back.
Yeah. But regarding that second drill, when you've got to score 2 in a row, the implement you have to make it game related is this. It depends what sports hall you're in. You've got to have a game reality version of it. So either you take a shot and you sprint to the halfway line before you take the second shot. If you can do that, if you've got a net going across or it's occupied by other people, the other thing is you replace yourself at the spot. So like turn, 2 pushes that way, 2 pushes back, you take the shot. Or your third option is you have a wall and you throw the ball off the wall before you reset and take the shot again, as though you was receiving the ball in a game. You have to implement these things in a session to make it feel game. If you're just sat there still and you took your mate to the gym and your mate sat under the basket and every time you score, he throws it back to you and you're just going like that, you're not going to shoot with your heart rate at that tempo. So then when it comes a game and your heart's pumping out at 160 and you've been practicing to shoot with your heart rate at 80, you ain't going to do it.
Yeah,
you're not going to do it.
The other one I used to do is shoot and then basically fall out the chair, get myself back up because it's using all your arms and go again. And that's for the higher pointers. Fall out, come back up.
If I fell out, I'm staying out. I'm lying on the floor for a bit.
But if you notice with the high pointers, it starts zapping you. And then your arms just feel like butter. Absolutely like butter. Well,
so then on this one, I've got 2 more. So then on this one, we call it Beat the Legend. So as you can see, you've got number 1 and number 2, they're your bank shots. Number 3 is inside the key. Number 4 is top of the key. And number 5 is the 3-pointer. Now, the way you do it is you go 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Keep doing that rhythm. Now, the way you beat the legend is this. In your head, think of your role model in the game or your hero. Mine was always, as a kid, I was always trying to beat George Aratney. When I did this training, I always had George Aratney in my head. You take a shot from number 1. If you score, you get 1 point. If you miss, George Aratney gets 2 points. And then you move on to the next spot. Take your shot. If you make 1, you get a point. If you miss, Joe gets 2. And it's the race to get to 21. That's Beat Your Legend. So try it. I'll leave it up on the screen. You can screenshot these off your phones. But that's called Beat Your Legend. Now think about the 3 that I've just told you. The first one was about your touch, getting warm at the start of your shooting session. The second one is about your range finder. This one is about your focus. Now, for your last one, I'm going to give it you. It's death. This is going to hurt. It's going to cause you pain. And this is a drill that Patrick Anderson gave to me. It's called a 20-minute burner. Now, I know I.W.B.Delinquents does it. But what you've got to do is pick 2 spots. Can't be inside the key. This is for outside shooters only. To pick 2 spots. You're not allowed a rebounder. All you need is a clock or an alarm. And you've got to make 100 shots in 20 minutes. Sounds easy. But think about it. That means you've got to make 5 shots every 1 minute. 5 shots every 1 minute. Now, me and Pat, when we spoke about doing it and he told it me, we only did it from the 3-point line. Now, shooting 20 minutes non-stop threes, it ends up game-like because you're rebounding and you're trying to get a shot up as quick as you can. So when you're doing it in threes, you score, you go to rebound, you come somewhere else, you come out this side, you take a 3 here, and so on. When it comes to game-like, I know I.W.B.Delinquents, when he does it, he does one side of the key a shot, gets his rebound, and goes the other side of the key and does a shot. So it's up to you where you pick your 2 spots. 20 minutes, make 100 shots. That means you've got to score 5 every minute. Now, regarding threes, I can tell you right now, the highest I ever got was 87 in 20 minutes. 87. But try it.
So,
try it.
Enjoy the Coach's Corner. Remember, if you want more tips, Coach's Corner, subscribe, because it will be subscribe only for Coach's Corner very, very soon. Good job, John. Love the Coach's Corner. I remember doing that drill. It's hard as hell, man. It's tiring. I was all good. I was all good early doors, but then, and the worst thing that always used to happen if you clanged it, if you hit the rim, and it just just flew away. Jesus.
The worst one is if the ball went down the other end of the court. You've got a court to yourself, and the ball goes down there. You know, you're looking at the clock, thinking this is taking a minute. So all of a sudden,
Start panicking. Yeah, start panicking. Okay. That's it, lad. So, what's next? Before the ad break, Delinquents announcement. Our Board Rebels team is expanding.
Yeah. People have been asking who works for us, who's inside. Well, here's 2 pictures. This is our crew. They have to stay anonymous. Enjoy.
Now, that is the end of part 1. We're going to go to our delicious, and I mean delicious, because the advert that we've got is like your best favorite chocolate that you've ever had. It's our supporters, sponsors, Da Vinci Mobility. Take a look at what they got for you. Oh, he's done the old do. Take a look what they got for you. And they got a lot. They got electric bikes. They got a great wheelchairs. They do great hand controls. I just think they do great everything. So, I'm going to leave you with them until part 2.
Okay, this is another public service announcement brought to you in part.
I'm knackered today. I don't know why. Probably because I've been in the hospital. You know, that oxygen in them hospitals is shit.
Oof. Oof. All right, lad. What's happening? Is it part 2? Have you started part 2?
Started? Has it started?
I don't know. Yo.
No.
Have we started part 2? Why don't you wake me up, idiot? Yeah, we started part 2, so we messed this up again. For the goodness gracious. Yo, welcome to the Delinquent Show, part 2. I hope you enjoyed that luscious, luxurious, tremendous advert from Da Vinci Mobility. We're going into a special part now. Everybody's been waiting. I'll do that again. It's JP's News Round.
Oh, you get it? You're getting the tune wrong.
No, I have different tunes all the time. Because I'm forgetful, so I can't remember. JP's News Round. What you got for me, JP, in that News Round?
Oh, it's a packed show, but we've got to start off with El Clasico. We've got a ding-dong going on. Massive ding-dong.
What's that?
The ding-dong is between Fan of the Week.
Who's that?
As you know, each week we do Fan of the Week. Most views, most interactions. This week,
Oh, we got a new leader.
we've got a 4-way system going on now. In 4th place, Lee Manning has topped his points up.
Yes, Lethal. Come on, lad. Come on back, man. Come on back.
Lee Manning back in the table on 4th position.
Yes.
3rd place.
Yes, Lethal.
Coming in with a streak of a 3-week streak, Jason Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy, lad. If you stayed off that blinking Guinness, you'd be at the top, lad. Come on.
New contender takes second place.
Hold on.
Richard Thompson.
New content. Oh, Rich. Oh, I know. It's our Rich with our Bradley. How you doing, Brad?
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, lad.
Correct. And number one, back-to-back week winner on a 7-week streak is only Tony Peel.
But hold on. How's he a winner again? Weren't he meant to be taking Sue out for her birthday, which he did?
He must have logged on while he was in the restaurant on the download.
Yeah, I reckon he did log on while he's meant to be taking Sue out for a lovely meal. I hope he did take you for a lovely meal. That's for sure. Yeah, so he's on the street. Listen.
Yeah, he didn't give you a lob on.
Listen, somebody's got to knock Tony off the pile. We can't have him keep going.
He's
One of
on
you.
fire.
You got to knock him off the. If it's you, Lethal, Kennedy, could be you. My money's on Thompson.
Now this one.
Hold on.
This
I'm not
one.
finished yet because I
sorry.
reckon he's going to be our top one. Definitely next week. Don't let me down, right? Don't let me down. Right. Go on.
Right. So this one, it has to be implanted in. Have a look at this. The quote says, "Sun's out, guns out." Paul Buttery showing his muscles.
Again.
Honest to God, this guy, every time I see him on Facebook, he absolutely kills me. Johnny Bravo vest, he's all over it.
Well,
Every
time I see him on Facebook, he's either got a full English and a pint of beer, which is...
Oh, he's in the woods.
Or he's in the woods with a full English and a pint of beer, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah, but Butch, you're looking good, lad. I know it's an old photo and you re-put it up, but it's a classic.
Very classic, lad. Maybe you can reenact that and put a new photo on.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Now and then. Now and then.
Now and then.
Yeah. Right, next one. This week I was contacted by one of the coaching tutors in the system that wanted to put the version of what's been going on, because we've had our say on the show, and they wanted to be in the position to say something back. So we made a point on one of the shows saying, why do these people not go for the women's job, or why did they not go for the men's job? Why are they just tutoring and, you know, coasting through the rears, so to speak? So this coach contacted me saying, for me, coaching is something I only want to do locally for my club and to bring new players into the sport. I also can't commit to higher level leagues and regional national coaching, as I have a shift job that involves weekend shifts. Plus, I'm back at uni studying for a master's. Well, if you've got all that going on, it kind of makes sense. So I just wanted to point that out because I thought it was really brave for someone to reach out, seeing as though there's a lot of cowards out there that, you know.
And good luck with your masters.
And good luck with your masters.
Look forward to seeing what results you got. Anyway, well, you didn't actually tell us what you're doing your masters in, so drop us a line. We'd love to know what you're doing your masters in. Cool.
Yeah. And then the man, the myth, the legend, DC. If you've seen the beginning of last week after we'd recorded the show, they've announced the Mohawks, new signing, commentator, Dylan Cummins.
Lovely. Brilliant. Dill, good job. And next on the news round.
Delinquent HQ wants to send a message out to all clubs that play in this country. Over the next couple of weeks, you will be getting contact from the delinquents in an email or an inbox, however we decide to contact you. Please read it. And if you can reply, thanks. If you can't, so be it. But when you get the email, see if you can act on what it instructs you to. Please act on what it instructs you to. It's crucial in our development that you act on the email or the inbox. We'll be contacting clubs through Facebook. We'll contact clubs through the list of the association website. We've got all your details. We'll be in touch. Now, that's it. News round's over. It's time for Saint favourite
Dun,
part.
dun, 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 dun. That's the end of JP's news round. You feeling a bit stiff after you've been over the old hospital today, lad?
Oh, shoulder's killing me.
Well, it's all the beers at the weekend, isn't it, really?
Old injury, lad. Snap, crackle, and pop every time I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's more like this.
And that's not my breakfast, that's my shoulders.
It's more like that.
Oh, that's my drinking hand. That hand's me.
Let's just keep it as a drinking hand. Oh, you're funny, lad. You're a funny lad. Right, yeah, it is my part. Good time. What time is it?
6:05.
Paralympic draw time. Look, I'm rocking like because I can't wait.
So go on then. Paralympic draw time. Why are you excited about this one? Tell them.
I don't know.
Well, let's start with the men's. As you saw, we posted straight after the draw live. Group A consists of Canada, GB, Germany, and France. And Group B for the men is USA, Spain, Netherlands, Australia. Now, me and Saint were live in the chat on YouTube during the draw.
As you should be.
When he got down to the groups were set, they drew the first 6, and then France had to choose. And we all thought France were going to pick Group B.
Definitely, we thought.
And then they announced it. France want Group A. And we just couldn't understand that, could we, Saint?
Well, I don't think they were looking down the road. To be fair, because when you're in the Paralympics, the groups don't really matter, especially this one because there's only 4 in a group. You're automatically going to qualify. But it's a chance to get your chance into the medal rounds. So I don't think they look down the road because in the group that they're in, how many teams do you think they can beat in that group, John?
In the group they're in?
Yeah, how many teams do you think realistically they've got a real chance of winning?
I think France can beat Germany.
Yeah.
On a good day.
Yeah.
I think France can beat Canada on a good day. They ain't getting near us.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, if they don't forget, we're talking about the hosts. At best, they could finish second.
But it's a possibility they could finish first because they have got a scalp. They have taken us once.
All right, they have beat us this year.
But
already,
then it's the crossover, which
this is what I don't understand.
Because
this is what I don't understand.
That's what I don't get because the crossover now, if they were in the other group, who got USA in, they've got Spain in, and Australia, and Netherlands.
Yeah.
There's no easy game in there unless you're the top spot. And the way Australia are playing, if they get on their game, why didn't you put me, especially after the games you've just seen gone by, but obviously they don't watch the games that gone by. You should have put Australia in the other group because if Australia come fourth, they're going to play USA and USA know all about them.
Correct.
And then you would have ended up maybe with a GB who you already beaten or one of the others who you already beaten like Canada or Germany, which I think is an easier one for you guys. But I don't know. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong.
I didn't get it, but at the same time, I didn't understand the pairings.
No. Now, this is where I think they got it wrong. I don't think why were the pairings
not seeded
in zones?
Yeah, they were zonal.
It's totally unfair.
Not seeded.
Yeah,
it is.
Why wasn't it done seeded? The 4 teams that had automatic qualify, they earned the right to be a top seed. And the teams
by that, for them who don't understand, Canada was paired with USA. GB was paired with Spain. Germany was paired with Netherlands. France was paired with Australia.
Now, the USA Canada, fine. I've got no problems with that because USA was a top seed. They won their preliminary round. Canada came through the qualifiers. The next pairing was GB and Spain. That's not right. Because that's the final. That's the European final. They both should be top seeds.
Yeah.
And then you had, what was the next one? Netherlands and
Germany.
Germany. They both came through the repechage, so that shouldn't have gone together. But it seems like they've done it, just, they just want to keep the zones apart. But come on, IWBF, come on. Let's have seedings. That's why, John, you know what? That's why when you say with the repechage, they should have gone all the way to a final to see who was the next seed. I'd probably like to see it seeded properly, 1 to 8.
Yeah, I would. But then when we move on to the women's, it was the same in the women's as well. It was exactly the same. GB was paired with Netherlands, China was paired with Japan, Canada with USA, and Spain with Germany.
But so what's happened there is it's mean GB have had a tougher group than they probably should have had because they're paired with the Netherlands, which they came through their group. They should have been one of the top seeds.
So looking at GB women's group with China, Canada, and Spain, how do you think they fare? What's a realistic challenge for GB women to finish in that group?
Third. I can't see anything more than third.
Who beat them?
Just by who we've seen play. Canada, I think it's going to be tough for them to play Canada because you can see they struggled with the press when they went to the 4-team tournament. So I can't see them beating Canada. And the top seed in that group is China. And China are going to press them. So I can't see them beating China.
Yeah.
So
don't forget, even Spain.
I think the best that they can get is third.
I think at best.
I'm hoping they get obviously further up. They could win the group, but I just can't see it.
So for them who don't understand the international scene the way we do, if GB women are going to finish third, that means that in the quarter-final they're going to play who comes second in Group B. Who gets second?
Which is USA or Netherlands.
Yeah. Exactly.
So who else is it? You got USA, Netherlands,
Japan and Germany.
Japan and Germany. Now we know Germany are coming. They're coming back.
Yeah.
We know what the Japan are like, but I just can't see any of them. I can only see the group decided on a blockbuster, and I hope it's the last game of the group. A USA, Holland.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think the key games is going to be GB Spain.
Yeah,
that's going to be a key one.
For me, John, I hope that game's
going to be third and fourth in the group.
I hope that game's a little bit later down, maybe the second game in, so the girls can get into the tournament. Yeah. If that's the first game, that's serious pressure. Serious pressure.
Yeah, it is. Do you know what? I think we can actually work out the structure. Because I printed out the thing. I'll have to work it out who's 1 and 2 and that. Leave that with me. If I do it, I'll post it. But then in the other one, it's going to be between. So we're thinking GB and Spain. The winner of that will be third. So then the one you've got to watch in the other group, will be Netherlands USA.
Yeah, that's going to be the great game. I think you've got two great games. You've got Netherlands and USA because I think that's possibly the final.
I do.
I think that's possibly the final. So now, for me, if GB really want to get there, they've got to avoid both of those teams in the quarterfinals. Yeah. They've got to avoid both of them. There's no two ways about it. If they can't avoid, if they get one of those in the quarterfinals, then it's going to be tough.
While we've just done that on the women's, I didn't ask you. So how does Group B finish? We think GB will win their group with the men. So in the other one, USA, Spain, Netherlands, Australia.
Well,
who's first, second, third, and fourth in that?
I think the USA.
If I asked Dylan Cummins, he'd say Netherlands will beat Spain. I'll guarantee it.
I think
He's a
USA.
fan of up the north.
I think USA will top the group, and I've got a feeling. So we got Spain and we got the Netherlands, and we got the final team in that group is Australia, isn't it? See, I think Australia may spring a surprise because if you look at the tournament they've just come from, they had one of those games where they couldn't miss. They can have that.
And the season started this week.
Yeah, and a great season. Well done, you guys. Stuff looks good. What you're doing at the moment.
Meant to tell you, I was meant to say in the shout-outs, if you follow the WBA Wheelchair Basketball Australia on YouTube and you're seeing the new team in the league, Manly Sea Eagles, Kuhn Jansen's team, great job setting that team up. And who's coach? The Silver Fox himself, Jerry Hewson.
Oh, yeah, sorry for the shout. See, that's your fault. You missed it on the shout-outs.
I forgot it, yeah.
We've waited to the second part, but hey, yeah, good shout. It looks good. It looks good. It's like a bit of a revamp that they've had. Looks good. Yeah. It looks good. Yeah, so I think they
what you're saying about Australia, I think
they can make a surprise.
I think, and you've heard it here first, I'm going to tip Australia to come second in the group.
Yeah, I think they could take a surprise because if you look at it, has any of the other teams in that group, except for USA, been watching what's been going on?
Yeah.
If you're a good coach, you will watch and you know Australia are going to bomb away.
Well, if anyone's done their own work, they'll know. Regarding the Dutch, Mendel up the north doesn't shoot when he's rolling. They'll know Robin Pognowicz, whatever his name is, doesn't shoot unless he has to. So there's no point jumping in. So the Dutch are an easy read. Spain, they're just going to pile inside with all the bigs. You close the door and make them win it from outside.
And the Yanks are going to press.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Spain are going to come fourth, and that's going to be GB Spain, quarter-final. GB Spain, I'm predicting.
It's an interesting one, that quarter-finals, though. Tasty. Very tasty quarter-final. You know, the thing is, you probably want to avoid Spain in the quarterfinals because they can be an animal.
I know.
They could be a nasty animal. You know what I mean? You know what you're going to get with USA. You know what you're going to get with the Dutch.
Yeah.
But the Spanish, if they just get going, they can just destroy you. But it'd be interesting. Can't wait for it to start. I'm glad the draw is happening.
Yeah.
Just wish they'd done it a little bit different and explained why they did it in zones. But good job, IWF. It was good to watch the show. Loved it. Keep doing up the good work that you're doing. Now, Euro football so far. Recap on England. Well, I'm going to go first with England. Southgate, you're tactically naive. You don't know what you're doing, lad. What are we doing?
You belong at United. He belongs at Man United. When they sacked Ten Hag in September, I hope he gets the job.
It's unbelievable. They played really well first 35 minutes, and then they go into half-time, and I'm sure he said to them, right, let's sit back, see if we can catch them on the break. And then...
Oh, but it wasn't just that. He even said on the telly the day after, they started doing statistics in 1980 for the Euros. And since 1980, there hasn't been a match with that least amount of shots. 11 shots. And even then, Serbia had 6 shots. We only had 5 in the game. Well, it was diabolical.
But the thing is, if they play like that, John, if they play like that against one of the big guns, the Germany, the Spain, it's all over. We've got so much attacking.
Today, when I've been out in the car, the fella on TalkSport said, can you believe, after that performance, England are still favourite at the bookies to win this?
Not. You're joking. Like, all that attacking talent. Yeah, all that attacking talent. And all we did was stand outside of our penalty area. And people are saying, oh, yeah, but you won 1-0. It's not the point. We want to watch a great England team. The second half, I don't remember most of it because it was that boring. And then the first sub, he takes the only person who can unlock their offense and puts a bloody central, like a midfielder, holding midfielder in.
I know. Yeah. But regarding the Euros, not many people had a go at the Euro predictor, but the Peels had a go. And I can tell you, as it stands right now, me and Cinny will be performing butt naked because the Peels are winning. The
Oh.
Peels landed a 4-point result the other night when Holland beat Poland 2-1.
Yeah, so who's second at the moment?
Me.
Not. Where are you second?
I'm second behind you to them.
So have we only got 3 of us in it?
Yeah, only 3.
We'll have to kick them out. We'll have to kick them out. They can't be in it. They're killing us, lad. They're killing us. Yeah, so. It's a bad day at the office, innit? I'll tell you
It's
what.
not all over yet.
Do you
Don't
know
forget,
what?
we're filming this as it's the night of the end of round 1 games. There's a long way to go yet.
But how funny was the weekend with the scores? We were almost there. And then here comes the text.
I was landing a 4-pointer at the weekend.
So was I. Scored in injury time.
And then gets an injury time buster. I can't believe it. It still pissed me off.
And then I had a 4-pointer. And I had an injury time blockbuster. The last kick of the game. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
But then, what happened last night? Probably the worst NBA finals.
Let's go back before. The worst NBA
remember.
finals and semi-finals that has been
final.
in history.
At least the West finals were garbage, and the main final was garbage.
Congratulations to Boston, which I did shout at the start of the season that we thought Boston were going to win it. I just was hoping that Dallas could do something.
Yeah, but if you do go back in episodes and look, I don't know if it was episode 10, 11, or 12. I think I predicted Boston.
I said Boston all along. Before that, we all said Boston, didn't we? And then we changed our mind.
Yeah,
but we all said Boston.
I said it in either episode 10, 11, or 12.
Maybe you have to go and have a look. Maybe you're going to have to look. But for me, I think the NBA got to change it. I'd like to see, because the NCAA is killing them at the moment. I'd just like to see, not East and West, the top 16 teams go at it.
Yeah, just go at it. I would.
Because
I definitely prefer that.
Has the best teams got to the NBA final? I don't know. Because there were better teams in the West that didn't quite make it than there in the East. So, Adam Silver, if you're watching, we know you watch. Let's go with the top 16 teams in the NBA. And let's go FA Cup style. Boom! I love this FA Cup style draw. And let's go like that to go for the NBA finals. Forget the East and the West. Because...
Do you know what I just realised?
What?
And I'm not changing it now, so don't even ask me. I'm not doing a re-record like we did last week. When you asked me the favour the other day regarding the Paralympic message to the schools that we was doing, I had to change my background, remember? And I've put my background up, and I've got a funny feeling it's back to front because of you.
No, it's nice. It's good. I can see it the way we need to see it.
Are you sure?
Well,
because it's back to front to me.
Yeah, but it is always back to front to me. Like, we've only been doing this 6 months, 7 months, and yeah, it's fine. Hopefully.
All right. But yeah, it's staying with the NBA.
But then,
what?
It's not me to blame if you've messed it up, is it, for a change?
No, never you.
It's always me, but not this time. Go on.
And then finally in the NBA, this was a shock. Jerry West passing.
Legend.
Unbelievable.
Probably one of the greatest Lakers ever.
You know, you've got all these legends that have documentaries and that, like Pistol Pete, Jordan, Bird, Johnson, Magic. This guy was that special. The NBA badge is his.
Yeah.
That's how special this guy was.
If you young kids don't know it, the NBA badge, the NBA logo is Jerry West.
And I did actually see the other week on that what's his name? They were thinking about changing the NBA badge to Michael Jordan. As much as I am a Jordan fan, the NBA badge
Stays
should
as
stay
it is.
everywhere. Stay.
Stays
Absolutely.
as it is. But we had, it's been a sad week, really, to be fair. Sporting, Kevin Campbell. What
Kevin
a
Campbell.
legend. What a legend. What a footballer. I remember in the 90s going to watch him and Ian Wright, and they were just electric. He's only 54.
I remember he came to Greenbank when we were training one day. Just came in.
What a lad. What a lad. What a legend, Sadly missed. And then we had the kid from Millwall. Can't remember his name.
I don't know that one.
But he's 26 years old. He was playing for his national team and just... Whew.
Unbelievable.
What we got to say, though...
But then you look at Christian Eriksen the other night.
Yeah, he was good.
A year on from when he had his episode with his heart.
3 years?
And then he's back.
4 years. He had it in the last Euros.
Oh, right, the last Euros.
That's his first, back to the Euros. Yeah, he was electric the other night.
Yeah, he was, yeah. And that's brave, that, to go out and do it again. No, I mean, his wife, how does she deal with it, watching him?
I don't know. It's kind of strange, isn't it? It's really weird. But listen, you got to live every day as if it's your last.
Exactly.
Don't do something that you want to do tomorrow. Do it today.
Do it today.
Do it today. And
well, before we go,
we're going to wrap it up soon. No, I'm just saying we're going to wrap up soon.
All right. Well, I want to say this before we go. So, just a reminder, it's coming up on the screen now. The Hall of Fame will go out on the 30th of June, the day after the final of the men's under 23s on Saturday. So, Sunday, the 30th of June, the Hall of Fame goes out. New 4 inductees. Now, there was meant to be 5, but there's 4 because we just couldn't get the info on the 5th.
In time.
We just couldn't get it in time. And when I say info, we've got most of his bio. We just couldn't get photos because that's how old this guy was. But he's going to be in at some point. We've got people working on it at the minute. But for September's Hall of Fame, you want to know something new?
What's new?
September's Hall of Fame will not feature any international player. We want September's Hall of Fame inductees to be people that have given to the British leagues.
Right.
So it's down to you, the nominators, to nominate. Tell us who these people are, what they've done. We can check them. We want September's Hall of Fame to be people that have given to the league.
Sounds a good one. Was it another Cobra meeting? No, I was in this one. I'm joking. I was in this one. Yeah, so that's good. Listen, the show is wrapping down for the summer soon. I think we're going to have one more show. Unless we get the subscribers, then we will break for a nice little bit of a summer break. We may do the odd one here or there, but only if you subscribe, you'll know that there's a show on. If you don't press that button, you won't know it's on, because subscribers get to know what we're doing. We will definitely be back for August the 23rd, which is going to be our big reveal. But you can do it earlier. Just press the button. Press the button. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. John, that was a nice show. Like it. Da Vinci Mobility, keep doing what you're doing. Well, it's about that time. We get to watch some more of the Euros. By the time we come back again, can England have another great performance?
And to all them women that are moaning about the football being on, let me tell you this. You always putting flyers up and party poppers were going off the other day when it was the start of Love Island. You've got your show.
We got ours.
It's only on for an hour every night. We're on all day, every day. Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. Listen, it's been a great show. Another fantastic show. We need guests. That's what we're going to look to when we start Is it season 2 of the Delinquent Show? We're just gonna wrap.
3.
Season 3. Woohoo! Season 3 of the Delinquent Show. And you know my catchphrase is, I'm out. You still there?
Got drama, the saga continues. We ain't going nowhere.